Have you ever wondered why your sink looks clean on the outside, but sometimes develops unpleasant odors, drains slowly, or gets increasingly stained? Actually, besides the visible dirt on the surface, the area beneath the drain is where a lot of fallen hair, soap residue, and dirt accumulate after prolonged use. Today, I tried a very simple trick. I took a large cable tie and cut the sides to create small hooks. Then I threaded it under the drain. Gently twisted it a few times and pulled it up. And surprisingly, a lot of hair and dirt got caught and was pulled out. This is one of the reasons why sinks easily develop odors and drain poorly. But just removing the hair isn't enough, because there are still stubborn deposits, dirt, and stains that have accumulated around the sink area over time. So today, I'm going to clean this entire area using a very familiar ingredient in the kitchen: lemons. This ingredient not only has a pleasant scent, but is also a little trick many people use to help clean stubborn stains. Today, I'll try applying it step by step to clean the sink, making the area clean, fragrant, and brighter. Let's get started. First, I placed the lemon on a cutting board and cut it in half. I only used one half first and set the other half aside for the next step. Then I put the lemon in a juicer to extract all the juice. Lemon juice has a pleasant aroma and is often used in many home cleaning tips. Once I've squeezed it, I poured all the lemon juice into a glass. I added about 2 tablespoons of white salt. Salt is often used in cleaning tips because it helps to clean surface stains. Next, I added 1 tablespoon of dish soap to increase its ability to clean grease, dirt, and stains around the sink. I stirred with a spoon to allow the ingredients to begin mixing. Once the mixture was more evenly dissolved, I added about 2 tablespoons of filtered water to adjust the consistency, making the mixture easier to apply to the sink and drain area. Finally, I stirred it one more time until all the ingredients were completely dissolved. Now I had a simple cleaning mixture to start tackling stains and grime in the sink. Now, let's start by cleaning the inside of the drain pipe, as this is often where dirt, hair, and grime accumulate, causing unpleasant odors or slow drainage in the sink. First, before pouring the mixture, I sprinkle a quantity of baking soda directly down the drain. This step helps the mixture make better contact with the accumulated grime as it goes down. Then I slowly pour the prepared lemon, salt, and dish soap mixture down. I don't pour it too quickly. I let the mixture flow down slowly, giving it time to penetrate the inside of the pipe. After pouring the first layer, I leave it for about 5 to 7 minutes. This time allows the mixture to soak in and come into contact with the stubborn dirt and grime. Once enough time has passed, I pour a second layer of the mixture down to increase the cleaning effectiveness. At this point, the inside of the pipe has been preliminarily treated. Next, I used the remaining mixture. I poured it onto a scrubbing pad and started scrubbing around the sink area, especially in places with stains, soap residue, or corners prone to stubborn dirt. I scrubbed thoroughly around the sink rim near the drain and areas frequently exposed to water. After a period of use, these areas often accumulate a lot of dirt, so just wiping the outside won't clean them completely. Once I finished scrubbing, I started flushing the toilet to rinse away all the mixture and dirt. In this step, I used a little trick. I flushed the toilet, but temporarily closed the drain cover to hold the water in the sink for a while. Once enough water had accumulated, I opened the drain cover. At this point, the simultaneous flow of water creates a stronger thrust, helping to carry away dirt, hair, or any remaining debris inside the pipes more easily. After the water drained completely, I checked and found that the sink was much cleaner, the surface was brighter, and the drain area was much clearer. A simple trick with familiar ingredients, but the results were quite surprising. This method is suitable for regular cleaning of sinks, helping to reduce unpleasant odors, remove stains from the surface, and improve drainage. Especially if your sink frequently has hair, soap residue, or slow drainage. This is a simple trick you can try for quick cleaning at home without taking too much time. Next, instead of throwing away the lemon peels after squeezing out the juice, I'll make use of them. Many people only use the juice and discard the peels, but they actually still have a pleasant aroma, so I'll use them for another little home remedy. I cut the lemon peels into small square pieces. Cutting them into small pieces makes them easier to blend and also helps the essential oils and aroma from the peels disperse more evenly during processing. Then, I put all the lemon peels into a blender. I added a little water, just enough for the blender to operate easily, and then started blending the mixture. After a while, the lemon peels will be finely ground into a thick paste, and the lemon aroma will begin to spread quite pleasantly. Once blended, I poured the entire mixture into a small glass container. I chose a glass container because it's convenient, clean, and easy to place in my home. Next, I added about 10 centimeters of toothpaste inside. Then, I used a spoon to mix thoroughly until the mixture was completely blended. At this point, the mixture will have a distinctly refreshing scent. Once mixed, I covered the opening tightly with plastic wrap. However, I didn't seal it completely. Instead, I poked a few small holes in the surface with a toothpick to allow for ventilation, letting the scent gradually dissipate. Finally, I placed the container in the refrigerator. This trick is quite simple and also a way to reuse leftover ingredients instead of throwing them away. The lemon peel has a natural fragrance, and when combined with toothpaste, it creates a more refreshing scent. So many people use it as a little trick to make the refrigerator space more pleasant, especially when there are many different types of food in the refrigerator. With just a few simple steps, I found another very convenient way to utilize ingredients in my home. With just a few common ingredients and a little time, I cleaned my sink and also used the leftover lemon peels for a useful little home trick. Simple methods like this can sometimes make daily life much more convenient. If you find this tip interesting, feel free to try it at home. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next simple but useful home tips.